So let's get our losers match started. First player up, Bisu, who is going to be going up against yellow arnc on Zodiac. So same map as the winners match. We'll see which one of these players will be the first to be eliminated and who will meet up with July in the finals to try and advance to the next round. Fighting! So first one up is the Zerg, the orange Zerg, yellow arnc, right hand side. In the bottom, the red Protoss, Bisu. So we'll see what strategies both of these players have for us. We'll see if Bisu will go for his Forge FE or Nexus first. But yellow will definitely be scouting Bisu first, with the overload heading in the right direction. On the other hand, we'll see if yellow arnc will decide to go for the hatchery first or decide to put on some aggression with like a 9 pull or an overpull. Now the probe is out for Bisu to do some scouting, and yeah, it definitely should be seen at Overlord. So Bisu should know where yellow arnc has spawned. And keep in mind, this is a closer distance than it was if it was, let's say, top spawns for both, players. So if one was the top one at the bottom, or horizontal spawns or vertical ones. So the overall direction is very interesting because it looks like it actually turned for a moment. So the probe will get into yellow arnc's base. It's not going to see any hatchery or anything on the bottom. So Bisu's fan club looks like he has quite a bit of fans, for good reason as well. So we do see the hatchery down from yellow arnc. The pulse will probably be coming in shortly after as well. And I see a probe coming down and there's no other structure, so this is more than likely going to be the Nexus first. And the pull's down as well. The probe is being a bit of a pest in the base. You can see just tickling all the probes, all the drones. So just tickle, tickle, tickle. Now I do see a drone going out. So we'll see what the plan for this drone is, whether it's going to take another expansion as like a third has another expansion, or if it's just for scouting, which would be extremely weird at this point. And now Bisu would more likely, we did see the forge, the gate was probably going down, and we do see it. So everything's pretty standard. He does see the timing as well of the pull, so he's more than likely will be putting up a cannon ASAP. As soon as the forge, then you can see the probe is ready. Now this cannon is extremely important because it has to try and cover the minerals and cover as much as possible of the other structures as well. Otherwise, the Zerglings will not be able to range them. It seems like it's in a good placement, but we'll see how far out it will reach. Some Zerglings are out. The probe is being chased away. But the probe does see, and looks like yellow actually put his third hatchery in his expansion. So he didn't take another base just yet. Maybe hopefully in the near future. And the gas is just being made now as well. So no speed or lure or anything just yet. No Zerglings are in. Oh, and looks like the Zerglings can actually hit the forge and the cannon will not reach them out of range. We do see another drone going out, so potentially maybe this drone is going to be taking an expansion somewhere as well, like another hatchery. And the first there is out, going to change those Zerglings away. Bisu has taken his gas in his main for sure at this point, and it looks like his gas in the expansion as well, if not already, will be very shortly. It looks like he's more likely to get the core ASAP and just the Stargate tech, just the usual stuff that Bisu does and a lot of Protosses do nowadays. because that will give him a lot of intel on what yellow is doing, especially if there's any other base he can scout. Now the probe is doing a great job, but there is quite a bit of Zerglings out. No speed just yet though, so it will escape, but Bisu is going to be blind at this point in time because he doesn't have any more units inside of the base. But we do see the gases are finished. We do see the Stargate coming up, so everything is on time so far, and Bisu will get to see that fourth hatchery. So the fourth hatch at that third base. So he definitely has an idea of, so far at least, of what yellow's doing. He doesn't get to see the alert timing, which is important, but he does see Zergs don't have speed yet, and they probably wouldn't have speed anyways. And there is a drone block there. So playing in a bit of the dark there. Another cannon coming up. We do see the Robo as well. So more than likely, potentially Reaver Tech. Although he could always be going for something like a shuttle for some like risky plays, or maybe dropping in the back of the main there, or there is islands around the map as well. What I would like to see is Sarah Reaver on the map, just like he did in the first game, because I believe that unlike the Jaedong game, the game he played against Jaedong, I believe he would actually be able to make it to work against Yellow arnc, especially with the close spawns as well. Then it will probably do a lot more damage, or it'll be easy to do some damage. We do see the Hydrogen is finished, some Hydras are out, we do see the Spires halfway done. And this probe will go down after quite a bit of service. So do we see, so it's going to be important to see if there's any larva that's being gathered up. So if Yellow's actually making from it the larva or not, because that will give us a clue of news are coming, because he could be banking up the larva to do one big Muta morphing. So Shuttle is out. It seems to pick up a probe. So I wonder if he's going to be taking then that island expansion base as his third base, and we do see the Robo is just about done. The question is, with the Mutas being out basically, and it doesn't look like he knows about the Spire just yet because he hasn't scouted, and I do see 6 eggs there. There's another 3 there as well, and this base is saturation is not too bad. Just a couple more would be great. So is that 9 Mutas coming up, or 10 Mutas coming up? Oh, it looks like there's some scourge out basically. Okay. Oh, wow! This was extremely. This just completely changed up the game, because Bisu literally just lost 2 Corsairs and there's 6 Mutas heading his way. He doesn't have any defense in his main. He's trying to build cannons as fast as he can, but the Mutas will be out before those cannons are even close to being done. So this is going to do a lot of damage at this point. Now he does have 2 Corsairs, and a Dragoon, but he missed targets with the Dragoon, and there's more and more Mutas coming in. This is looking bad for Bisu at this point. The Corsairs cannot fight just yet. They're not at Clucker Mass, but at least some of the cannons do finish, so this will give Bisu a chance to survive, or to at least help with the coming damage. But we do see that Dust actually made all the way, so they got ferried right into the main. So this is fantastic play. This is the kind of play that Bisu wanted basically, because this is going to force the Mutas back, and this is going to delay mining so much, as you can already see. Plus the lost drones as well. So this was fantastic play by Bisu just to kind of do some damage control after that. But he's not out of trouble just yet. But he does have a healthy Seer count, and more than likely a Reaver in the shuttle as well. But he's obviously in a much better position than he was about 2 minutes ago or so. We do see a large stream of units coming down, a bit of Hydras. So it'll be interesting to know if Yellow is going to be putting on the pressure. Would you see at least there's 1 Reaver, potentially 2 ready as well? And the Mutas do have a bit of free reign, but there is double Stargate, so it ends up being a Stargate Corsair Reaver. But the Hydras are not going to be able to break this at all. There's way too much defense here. But he has to save the Reaver. He does save the Reaver. So fantastic by Bisu. He didn't actually lose much of anything over there, but a lot of Hydras were lost for Yellow, and the Mutas also, I believe it was a single Muta as well. And this is going to set up. Oh, but he is ready for interception then. Oh, and he loses the shuttle as well. So that was a big loss. That was probably at least a Reaver, potentially more than likely both Reavers there. And yellow is actually getting a 4th base behind this. So at this point in time, I actually prefer a bit of yellow's position just because he does have the map control. And share Reaver the strategy where you don't want to be losing your levers left and right, but these Corsairs are doing massive damage basically. They're going to be supply blocking yellow, but he does have a huge amount of Hydras, and with only probably a single Reaver at this point, he may have a better chance of busting, which is what he's thinking at this point in time. So this is going to come down to just how well the Reaver control targeting is. And you can see they're basically, these Hydras are eating up a lot of the Scarabs. But it looks like Bisu will survive, just barely, but there is quite a bit of Hydra still being rallied, but the next Reaver is out. So this is going to be extremely, so it's still, this is extremely favorable for yellow. If there was another Reaver or a Shuttle, it would be much better, but a single cannon is not going to oh, and we do see the Shuttle come up just in time, so Bisu will not die just yet. But at the same time, it would be nice to see, so the Corsairs are actually doing a lot of damage back home. The Reaver's still alive as well. Oh, it looks like the Shuttle must have been sniped. I don't see it anywhere, basically. So he's losing, Bisu is losing a lot of probes to these Hydras. It's extremely bad. He doesn't have much back home, so he just has a single cannon. But at this point in time, this situation is extremely favorable for yellow arnc. And I see a lot of Hydras coming, so yellow can actually just bust Bisu at this point and finish off this game. And that Reaver is key, but he needs, oh, that was a fantastic Scarab. There is another one that comes in. But unfortunately he needs more. Basically needs just more. He needs another Reaver or two. He needs an actual army. Like a Reaver is great, but a single Reaver is not gonna stop 20 Hydras. And looks like this game is going to be yellows, because yeah, this is going to be yellows to take at this point in time. That Reaver is going to go down any minute now. Yeah, this game is essentially yellows to take at this point, because Bisu doesn't really have much. His probes at his expansion are gone. Yellow has 4 base eco. Even if he kills all the overalls at this point, he's not going to be able to do enough damage to come back from this. This was game ending, and losing those 2 Reavers in the Shuttle was the tipping point at of this game. The GG, amazing. So this was extremely unexpected. So yellow would be moving to face July Zerg, while Bisu has been eliminated at this point.